gonna say valid. Okay. So where we left off in the last session. In the last session, you guys advanced out of the valley. Who just joined?
No, he turned.
No, Peyton just turned his camera off.
Oh,
Correct.
okay. I got so confused.
Oh, and this probably will be the last session with Fostil also, because I remember him.
It's the only session with Frostdale.
He was there last week too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So we began with the session with you guys leaving the valley, leaving the area that had the terrible dragon and all the nasty goblins. You came across Fossil and his pet fox as he led you to the city known as Lothaloria, or as what other people like to call Lorien. Okay? You went there and you met some interesting folk. In fact, you met your guide whose name was Gary. And
That's right.
and he eventually led you. He was incredibly hospitable. These elves were very hospitable. And he led you to someone who was better able to assist all of you, who just so happens to be Celeborn, Lord of Lothlorien. You spoke with Celeborn. It came obvious he was a little bit weary at the dwarves, but his wife, Galadriel, has been on him as of late with regard to his attitude towards the dwarves, saying, hey, these dwarves are not as long-lived as us. They're not the same dwarves that destroyed your hometown, Celeborn. So he entertained you guys, found out your mission, and wanted to assist you as much as possible, for he was a big fan of the wizards. When he got wind of the supposed Council of the Wise, he told you maybe you should have listened to that guy a little bit more. That's deeply important. It's the White Wizard wants all of you guys to gather together. Then maybe, or wants the wizards and Galadriel and the others to gather together, then maybe they should. But he gave you supplies, that being food, that being medicine, extra weaponry. And then he let you stay as long as you needed before you were to head out. Quick question. How long did you guys stay?
Last I heard, it was
Dawson?
at least a night.
No, Dawson. No, I'm asking the others.
I feel like Gary probably... Well, see, I've already at one point said that my dwarf likes elves more than the normal dwarf, so I guess I would want to stay and chat because I'm stupid and like talking to elves.
See, there was available housing, all the food you could want was also available. Celeborn basically said, stay, rest, stay as long as you need. We will provide for you all the supplies you need as you rest here before you go on your way. Yes, what's going to happen after you leave is going to be very intense. So relax. Have a Sabbath rest, as long as you need.
What is a Sabbath?
It's what elves like to call rest.
Oh! I like this elvish language. Shit.
Elves are modeled after the Jews, so
Are they really?
they actually are. That was the intent. In fact, not just any Jews, but untainted Jews.
Felden, okay. Felden as like a ranger is probably like way more used to roughing it, so he would probably not adjust very well to this at all. Like he would understand that they don't mean that they aren't a threat or anything, but all of this does just make him deeply uncomfortable.
Mm,
Not because he doesn't like them or anything, but this isn't how he's used to being treated. Or
I like these dwarves, but don't we need to find that Radagast guy?
now we do.
Well, I thought he
So-
was in danger or something.
After staying for a designated amount of time that has been determined by the dwarf, not the elf-loving dwarf, but the not so close, more rugged ranger, going through a slight medium. How long? We'll just say maybe a night.
Or two.
Refreshed, you find yourself at the edge of Lothlorien. All your supplies you need. Elvish Gary leading you to the edge, to where the bridge is, to cross the Anduin. We begin our session with you guys standing on the edge of the Golden Forest, hearing the rushing waters of the mighty river, the Anduin, seeing the mighty, amazing, vast bridge that is wide and long. The mighty bridge, you get to the other side of the world where you cannot see because it's pretty far away, but you know for a fact where the woods filled with spiders lie.
Forgive me for this out of character moment, but is Fostil still with him, or is he gone somewhere?
Fossil has been given the task to continue to lead these people towards the forest, but to also eventually separate from them so that way he can go to the King of the Elves in the Mirkwood Forest to relay a message from Celeborn. I'm getting a lot of backfeed from Eli.
Oh yeah.
The noise removal really helps with that.
No, it's on.
Okay.
Okay. No more
Try it
backfeed.
again. I'll go get my headphones if it.
La 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 la.
It's
It's
fine.
Yeah, but I had to turn you way down to do it, so now I can't hear you. So I will go get my headphones.
Oh,
Okay.
bummer.
It worked because I muted you. Much better.
What is this long bridge I got here? How did it get here? Did you hire a
Your
bunch of
hobbit friend
dwarves
is
to build it?
surprisingly asleep.
Hey, what's his face? Sigmund Freud. Why is he asleep again? I think he was doing a little too much thinking and he fell asleep.
He's sleeping and he smells of booze.
Well, you know how them hobbits always be eating. Maybe they always be sleeping too.
Yeah, it's like, it's all they do. They just eat and celebrate and sleep. And seems kind of boring to me. There's no, like, where do they fit in the mining and the building of things? What about battling? There's no battling with hobbits. As Gary makes conversation with other Gary while they're being led with other Gary across the large bridge.
Other Gary has left you just to get you to
Oh.
the edge of the forest.
Oh, goodbye, other guy. It's good meeting you. Thanks for the conversation.
As a quick note, since I didn't mention it, when you cross the river and you follow the path that will eventually lead you to the edge of the forest, you'll be ridiculously close to Dal Guldur. Don't forget don't forget the message from Celeborn. to use your elven weapons to determine if you're too close to fell creatures. So just as a reminder, elven weapons or elven blades, they glow when you are close to fell creatures like orcs.
So I'm hearing how the ideal way to use them is to like walk around with it held up as high
Good night,
above your head
Payton.
as in the dark.
Yeah, let's let all the orcs know where you are.
Oh, it,
It's a two-way thing. They can see you. We know that they're near.
true, but if they can see us, I'm in deep trouble.
Why's that?
I don't necessarily have the best direct fighting skills.
Well, you don't know how to fight?
I do fight, but I tend to have others with me as I do.
Do we not count?
You do for the... Well... How do I say this?
Look, I'll do everything I can in my power to protect you. What I do best.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's Hebrew. Yes.
That's what I thought. I thought it was Hebrew. 2 weeks. We forget to ask him.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks I've forgotten to ask.
Yep, so now we know.
I knew it was Hebrew. It's just something about it.
I knew it was Aramaic.
Yeah, they're so close. I don't know. Anyway.
So,
Yep. Bah.
So, do you mind? Anyhow, one of the things I was doing out there in the woods is helping out with the mechanisms and stuff that we do have out there in the woods.
We don't know anything about mechanisms.
Retconning.
Oh,
I said no
sorry.
to all of that. I'm said no to all of that. Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just mumbling gibberish. Mumbling stuff under my breath, just working on my...
Yep.
Trying to sound a little bit more elvish, actually.
I was thinking of something else, actually. Whatever mechanisms on buildings. Whatever buildings might be out there.
What? Let's see.
Does that work?
So,
I'm trying to think. Sorry.
Okay,
Just continue on.
it's fine. Well, what are we? Okay, so we're crossing the bridge.
and it's a long bridge, right? It's a really long bridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good, decent sized bridge. It's like this is a mighty river. Have you ever seen a river where you can't see the other side?
Yes,
Yeah, well-
actually. It like the Alligator
Hey.
River in North Carolina.
Something like that. What you see before you here on this picture is like a bird's eye view of some like creature that's way up in the sky. From your perspective, you can just like clearly see. It's very obvious that there's land on the other side. Okay, and it's very obvious. But it just looks so far away to the point that the tree, like you could like see like a lone tree, but it's like it's in the distance. It is super far away, but this is a mighty bridge. It is wide. It is quite amazing. Whoever built this thing must have been. They knew this stuff.
Quite the craftsman. That would take a lot of doing.
Indeed.
How high off the water are we? Are we really high up?
You're about that high.
That high?
Is
Wait.
there a stream that I'm not aware of?
If you were to fall and hit the water, you will surely take enough damage to probably die.
Oh, are there images you're meaning to share with us?
Oh, it would help if I share screen.
Ah, there we go. Okay. I didn't pick up on us
Now I
missing
know.
something.
Ah.
Okay. There we go. Ooh. Okay. So how high were you saying?
That high.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So just imagine a bridge between the two statues.
goodness gracious. That would take decades to build by hand. Wow.
A question, out of character question. Who exactly built that bridge?
I don't know.
We can ask that.
It's
in
been
there.
around for an era.
I don't know that our characters would be in the presence of anybody who would know. So I don't think we could
Yeah.
find that out.
Well,
I mean, elves live pretty long. We have an elf guy,
Yeah,
right?
it's
The third
yeah, it's
Gary?
mostly.
He
likely
left.
Elves.
Oh, he left.
Yeah, he turned around and left.
Oh, okay, cool. So
What
it's
about
just
what about
us.
what about Foster? Would he know?
No, you're still here. All
I
right.
said, would he know?
Oh,
I don't know,
I have
and it's not that important.
Okay.
okay.
I have the stone cutting perk that makes that whenever I make an intelligence check in history on the origin of stonework, I'm considered proficient and double my
Dude, do it.
proficiency skill.
Do it, do it, do
Roll
it.
for history. Roll for history.
Okay. Now I have to learn how to even read.
Oh, that's hard sometimes.
Yeah, my brain is not working very well tonight. History.
He has
Oh,
lots
great.
of wisdom, but no intelligence. He knows a lot about
Right.
history, but if you gave him a history book, he could not make heads or tails of it.
So here's the problem. It says I'm considered proficient in the history skill and add double my proficiency bonus to the check, but I have 0 proficiency bonus in history.
No. So you're considered
It said
proficient.
add.
Okay.
Yeah, and it did say add double your proficiency to it,
Right.
which means if you're not proficient, you don't care because you're adding double your proficiency bonus to it anyways.
Right.
Definitely losing me.
I think Levi just add +4. That's probably a safe bet. At your level, you should have a +2 proficiency. So if you're doubling it, add that to your history check.
Right. So then 15.
There you go.
15? No, you got a general idea that this was definitely made by elves, but based off of the architecture of the elves in the city you were just in, Lothlorien, it was definitely not the recent elves, but the more older elves that was before Galadriel and Celeborn. It's like you notice that when you were in Lothlorien, and there was like 2 different architectural styles. There was a little bit more of an ancient style and a little bit more of a modern style. The modern style was definitely when Celeborn and Galadriel became Lord and Lady of Lothlorien. But the ancient style would have been before Galadriel and Celeborn moved to Lothlorien. And the style of the ancient Lothlorien looks very similar to the style. It's like the same stonemanship of this. So through processes of general understanding of stonemasonry, you came to the conclusion that, yeah, this looks very similar to the ancient elvish style of Lothlorien.
Ancient bridge.
Ancient.
How ancient are we talking here?
Did you not listen? We had the whole description.
Well, you have to excuse me. I'm not really very smart.
Well, he did
Nor is he
say
capable of telepathy, which
did-
also includes Dawson's character. So, in order to understand, Levi needs to be the one to talk.
Okay.
Well, we said that. I believe it's to be older than the Lorien land itself. You got a whole bunch of different architecture, and there's 2 different styles. This one being one much older than what we've passed through previously.
What? That is amazing. I can't believe something like that exists.
I would have to guess it's been at least an age or so.
Yeah. It's definitely been an age. More than an
Oh.
age.
An age or 2, or, you know, more than 5 years.
That's,
Way
that's a
more.
long time. If you're
Yeah,
hungry.
Definitely more than 5 years.
It's a long time if you're hungry. That's what Gary thinks. Actually,
Speaking of-
Mind you're in the
Johnny food.
third age of the year 318.
Speaking of hungry,
No, 3018, I'm gonna say.
speaking of hungry, Finnick is looking to have something. It seems.
Non foodstuffs.
Fortunately, I think I have something. Let me check. So Fostil's going through his bag. And pulls out what looks like sort of poultry and feeds it to Finnick.
It's like a whole chicken? Wow.
A piece of poultry. like a chicken leg or something.
No, that's the whole chicken, definitely.
I
It's a very
prefer
hungry fox.
eating an entire chicken. But hungry.
You gotta have the variety between the wings and the breast. You really can't enjoy a chicken without at least sampling every part of it.
Well, let's have some bread on the side. Make it into.
Exactly.
What do you call that thing where you put the meat in between the bread?
Sandwich.
It's a sandwich, Gary.
That sounds like some name made up in a world that doesn't exist. There's no place called Sandwich. Sandwich
Well,
comes
it's
from
just
the
you.
German town called Sandwich, by the way.
Yes.
There you go.
It took you a good day to cross the bridge.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm just
Wow.
gonna say it took you a good day to cross the bridge. Safely so. And
Are
quite
there people
uneventful,
living on the bridge?
No, but there was a couple of birds.
Okay.
But it took you traversing on this bridge to get to the other side, which meant, well, forest. So you naturally had to eat what was on you. But yeah, it took you a long time just to get to the other side. Now that you're on the other side of the bridge, as you continue to travel for the next several days, you can see the forest coming closer.
I'd recommend not going all the way to the point where the path ends. You probably ought to veer off the path to stay away from the towers. The tower where the spiders are gathering.
You don't know where the spiders are. You have no clue.
Going
In
by
fact, the spiders are more likely north.
going by the last report of the increase in spider infestation.
Which would be in the north, not in the south.
Well, whatever the reason, we need to avoid Duggledore.
There, that's the place.
Yes.
Ganondorf.
Is it
Canada.
Doggle to a place of evil? Thought that we
Yes,
were
it
told
is.
that
That's
by
why we're not
someone.
going there. In fact,
Oh.
stop mentioning it.
What?
No one.
Well, it's
no
not
one-
like some weird wizard that if you keep talking he appears.
Don't
Was that-
say it 2 more times.
All
Was
of
it-
a sudden,
Was
you
it
got
Satan
close
or
enough that
Voldemort?
you can see the ruins of Dol Guldur actually now.
Oh!
It's not on the edge of the forest. It's just barely, but it is up on a mighty hill in the wooded area. In fact, this is the view you got. In that you're getting close to the edge of the foresty area. It took you several days of traversing on the path. You're not close to the edge of the forest, but you're close enough to see that above the trees, way in the distance, on a mountainous hill, you see what looks like ruins.
Right. Cool.
Is that where we're supposed to go?
No,
Huh.
that is the place where we are not supposed to go, Gary.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was one or the other, wasn't it?
It's all so confusing to me. There's a lot going on.
I thought Celeborn said to avoid that place.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we are. That's why we're going this way.
Are you going to
So
show
let's
me the
go
way,
this way.
Felton? I don't know where to go.
I like grab Gary and like
Toss me into the cart.
spins around. No. Like I'm trying to get you to go the right way, but and like you keep turning too far, so you just end up spinning around, and I push you in that direction.
Well, this whole grabbing thing isn't working very well. Perhaps we can divulge some kind of rope for everybody to hold.
So you got a clear understanding of the topography. You got a road, a wide road. There's like nothing as far as the eye can see that potentially poses any danger. From your north and the south, so you're heading due east. North and the south, open plains. And you know, based off of the map, that eventually there will be a T section where you can choose to either go north or go south. But it will not enter into the foresty area. You just know that eventually there will be a T section.
Okay.
You could choose to go into the plains. What's in the plains? You didn't
Okay.
know.
2 weeks, or 2 or 3, or however long ago it was, we agreed as a group, which is kind of like my character probably didn't participate much in this, but we agreed that we were going to go into the plains so that we didn't go straight into the forest, and we were going to systematically, perceive as we were going up it, and then hopefully break off and go into the forest in the appropriate spot. But Gary doesn't get that because he's dumb.
Right.
Yeah.
I got it.
Gotcha. Okay, just establishing that because I remember it. I don't know if anyone else did.
No, I don't.
Okay.
You see, in the game, Gary is dumb. In real life, I'm dumb.
Oh no!
And
Don't
while
be
you're
hard on
doing
yourself.
Well, while you're doing this, the Hobbit is complaining because every now and then he has to use a mending spell to fix the carts. It makes the whole thing slow down like by 50%. It's like you would have been able to stay on this path and be much quicker, but now that you've gone off the path, it takes a tremendous amount of time just to get by because it's really uneven road. I mean, not road, it's really uneven plains. It does not lend well to wagon travel. And because it's plains, you can see as far as the eye can see, but anything else can see you as far as the eye can see. And now you're drastically slowed down. So things that can run on foot can catch up to you easier than they would if you were on the road. In fact, if you stayed on the road, you might have been able to get to your destination a lot quicker and escape any danger that might have attacked you.
That's okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
This is just fine. We'll have no problems. It's gonna go perfectly.
We need to establish a good watch system. Let's see here.
That'll be you, Felden. You're better at it than I am.
Thank you, but I also can't stay awake for the entire night, so we need other people to do
I
the
guess I
watch.
forgot
I
about that.
recommend
I can indeed do the watch up to a point, and
Yes. And then I'll take over.
Finnick here will alert me if he sees anything. So if I hear from him, you can guarantee I'll be getting you up.
Do elves still require less sleep in this version?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So how long of a watch can you take?
4 hours. Oh, well, how long?
Yeah.
Subtract 4 hours, and that's how long.
You can stay up an
Doesn't need
entire
8
day
hours,
minus
it
4
needs only
hours.
4. Yeah.
Wow.
You can
Okay.
stay away for 20 hours and you would be just fine. Man, I could really use that in real life.
Yeah.
The trouble is,
Imagine-
the trouble is, the fox cannot necessarily stay up that long.
I identify as an elf
that's
now.
fine.
I'm just kidding. It's like, forget the other identification or identities. I want to be an elf because I only get 4
Oh,
hours
no.
of sleep.
Oh no, it's woke D&D where you can identify as any character or class you want, whenever you want.
Or even worse, super woke D&D where they got rid of races and now they're just species.
Oh.
What?
That's 2024 player's handbook. They got rid of races
Did they
because
really?
there's 2 races. They renamed them to species. Well, not
Are
really
you
species,
serious?
but yeah, it's like
All right,
it's like
boys,
it
we
used
just
to
solved
be
racism.
anti-racist. It became super racist.
I'm disappointed.
So,
I'm
in
sticking
order to
with
solve
regular 5.
racism, they just removed every other individual race.
Yes.
Or
I'm
this-
sticking with
they
5,
acknowledge
not
that they weren't
5.5.
racist.
Okay.
Yeah,
Back
racist
to
is on the
I
wrong
said
subject
it
way.
at
sounds
hand.
5.5. 5.5 sounds pretty cool, but yeah. Okay, travel. So you guys are establishing a sleep schedule, and in addition, every now and then you can't travel because for some odd reason the access just stops working or something isn't working. You gotta figure out what to do, and you spend time fixing the vehicle. Just it doesn't happen very often, like twice.
Enough to slow
Uh,
us down significantly.
Yeah, just enough to slow you down to like add a extra unnecessary week of traveling. Keep in mind, it takes a whole month to get from point A to point B here. So in order to get to Radagast's place, it will take a month's worth of traveling. Now it is 1 extra week. So instead of 4 weeks, it's now 5 weeks of traveling. And during the middle of this week, I'm gonna ask some rules, okay? So is the middle of the night. On one particular night, who takes the first shift?
Probably the elf, since that's what Faustus.
Yeah,
Faustus.
but we're not going to use him quite simply because he doesn't have a character sheet.
Oh,
It's you.
This is character sheets heavy. So who takes the first sheet?
Me.
The first sheet. Who takes the first shift that has a character sheet?
me.
You. Okay. Pick whatever skill you want to pick. Tell me what skill you're picking because that will determine the skill check and then roll. You're spending the night.
Okay.
And you-
Perception.
You're gonna do perception, okay. And whatever you say, the others cannot do.
Okay. 18.
18, perception. You are looking out in the field.
Yep.
Do you have any elvish weaponry on you?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Don't I?
Get specific. What do you got? He's checking his own backpack.
I did take notes at some point.
The real traveler's pack. He just has.
I apparently misplaced them. Wait, no. Notes. Where is this? Come on. Nope. I don't know. I want to say so. But,
What was the question again? I might have it in my notes.
Do I have any elven weapons?
Yeah, I think you do. We have an elven
Well, that's
weapon.
not helpful.
We
I can't.
We have an
Yeah, but-
elven weapon that you could borrow during your shift. That
Okay,
will
yeah.
alert us if goblins or orcs show up.
Yeah, we just
Speaking of
pass
which-
it around during each shift.
Speaking of which, as you open up, you see a slight glint of glow. What do you do?
I'm going to assume that the glow would get stronger the closer they are.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to wait 15 minutes and see if it increases. Noticeably.
The glow slightly increases, and you can see off, or hear, actually, not see. You can hear off in the distance what sounds like the grunting noise of some type of wolf, not wolf, but a warg like creature.
Okay. I'm gonna go wake everyone else up quietly. I'm just gonna whisper like, "Get up, be quiet. We might have company."
Whoa, what's happening?
I'm
No,
gonna
be
I'm
quiet.
gonna like show
This is
show him
serious.
the. I like put a finger over my lips and wait. Before I do any of this, if we have a fire, I'm going to put it out.
Mountain, how did you get to how are you holding the moon? Oh, sorry, I'll ask another time. I'm really committed to this character. It's a lot of fun to run.
Right. So that's what I do. And I give the blade back to Gary. Not
Gary.
Not me, but him.
no, not you. Gary Jefferson.
But I am Gary Jefferson.
Mark.
No, I've decided you aren't.
Quiet, Gary. Gary's talking.
Eventually, the blade fades and glows dim, and then leaks out.
Hey.
And then there's a very immediate flash as you hear a screeching noise, and you look above you, and something flies. But it's a flash. It's too dark. You had no clue what just flew over you, but something just flew, just like.
Well. And it was a creature of some kind, right? Like this wasn't like an arrow or something.
I have no idea.
It was a fell creature of some sorts.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, great. Great.
But now it's dark, and you woke everyone up. So now what?
I'd
Waffling
recommend.
queep.
We
I
gotta
recommend-
move.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
We'll move until daybreak, and then we'll rest during the day when orcs and fell creatures would be weaker, right? Orcs are weaker in daylight?
No.
At least don't
No?
like it.
I thought that was like a
I
whole
think that-
thing. I thought that was like a whole thing with why the Urukai were made. Because they like moved faster in daylight or something than regular orcs.
Did not know that. You know what? We'll say yes.
Okay.
They move better at the nighttime.
Okay.
In which case, are you guys moving stealthily or not?
We are. Yes, we're going to move stealthily.
I'm gonna try, but I am at disadvantage.
Okay.
Well, no.
everyone
Sleep
roll
in your
like
armor?
stealth.
No, it's a party thing, right? Where like we
It
make
is a
slower
part of the
progress.
Anduin Plains.
The ranger. Do you have a favorite terrain?
I do. It is. It should be planes, right? Yeah. Come
It
on
is
now.
planes.
I think that means that
Does
your
that
whole
affect
party can.
stealth?
Well,
Well-
so okay. Question, because like there's two, because like there's like travel, there's like strategic stealth, and then there's like
Travel stealth?
Well,
right.
Eli, I think it gives
In
you the
travel stealth,
ability.
it's the average.
It's the average.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about night? Does night provide any cover or no?
Well,
Oh.
it provides you from cover, but we're talking about
Okay.
orcs. And if orcs have
I-
special abilities at nighttime, then pretty sure that they can see.
Mhm.
Okay. While traveling for an hour or more in your chosen terrain, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel.
Gary
you remain
sneezes and
alert to
alerts the
danger.
orcs.
Stop. You can move stealthily at a normal pace while alone. So if we're moving stealthily, then our pace is going to be, our travel pace is going to be
Okay.
slowed.
So you're moving stealthily, but I still need you to do the stealth check just to see how successful you guys are at it.
Right. 21.
Wow. That's really good.
I mean, that's expected from the ranger. Now let's see how much the dwarves ruin it.
So we're averaging it out. Do I still need to do disadvantage for having my armor on?
Are you wearing your armor?
I don't think I would sleep with it on, no.
Okay.
In that case, I get a 14.
Okay.
20.
20. Okay. Fairly high. You guys, as you travel through the nights, your blade never glows. Again, a second time. And as soon as daybreak comes,
I don my armor.
you know. Okay, you don your armor as you are gonna go to bed. I see. And as daybreak comes, you've noticed that Dalgadur is no longer in view anymore. The forest edge is kind of, but no longer Dalgadur. But just in case, the next night, or while you go to bed, it's daytime. Daytime. As you go to bed, who's next? Who's watching the daytime? As you sleep. Which Gary is it gonna be?
Well, I gotta do it at some point. So
All
I
right,
can do it
guys,
now.
that was fun. I'm going to bed.
You're going to bed. All right, I'll do it. Whoa! Got a natural 19.
Okay.
No modifiers.
No. What are you picking? And you can't pick the P1.
Perception.
Perception.
What?
Perception. You cannot pick perception. You pick whatever skill you want to pick.
What
Tell
are
me
you
what you're
talking about?
picking.
What are you talking about? I'm watching.
What are you talking about? Yeah, you're watching.
Yeah,
Pick
I have to
whatever
watch with
skill check-
perception.
No,
No.
you're gonna use any skill you want to use, but you can't use perception because it was just used.
What?
And yeah,
That doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about?
I learned this from Critical Role. It's very funny. It can become very funny. So, as you guys are sleeping the day, I want you to pick whatever skill you're going to use and specialize in as you are keeping watch. But perception was already used, so you gotta pick whichever one you want to use, and whichever one you pick,
Mhm.
I will determine what the skill check is going to be for it.
That doesn't make any sense. I'm really confused what you're saying because it sounds like you're saying I could just use acrobatics if I want for a check or like performance or something. Like,
You could.
I'm
but if
watching
you use
for
acrobatics,
I'm watching for things. I have to perceive.
Perception was already used. Pick a different skill check.
Am I crazy? Does this make any sense to you guys?
No, it doesn't.
No, it
It
doesn't.
completely makes sense.
There is something I think that might be able to be done.
It's arcade style.
I mean, it would like if the only thing that would make sense is if like the enemy each time like you succeeded with a skill check, then the enemy couldn't then be perceived again with the same exact kind of skill check. But I don't quite think that's what you're.
Yeah, are
going-
we doing it
If
concurrently
you
at the
want
same
to
time?
use
Or...
it's fine. If you want to use perception, you can use perception. But the thing is, this is the ability to mold this session into a different fashion. Okay,
Oh,
it becomes
Right, you're
quite
trying to get
creative.
us to be more creative.
I
Exactly.
understand that. I mean, I could do like survival. I just didn't understand what you're
Survival
saying.
can also be used as well. It's just that it molds the reaction.
Okay,
So-
so I
So
still get a
survival-
19 for survival.
Okay, so with survival and not perception, as everyone is again sleeping, you were capable of smelling and listening to the wind, looking upon the path before you. Got a pretty decent view. Looking at the path of the deers and the birds, they're just meandering about. The birds are chirping throughout the day. The deers are walking around, eating. Seems quite peaceful. There's no way anything fell is nearby.
I guess I would tell the group that it just seems like natural, normal stuff's going on.
And he does have the
The sword, the short sword.
yes,
The elven short sword.
yes, the thing that lets him see.
Which means we now go to the final person who's going to do a skill check, as he is now on duty. Bless you,
Right.
kitty.
So, so, the fun thing with having to do a different skill or whatever, not only does it make you think about your teammates and their abilities, but it also makes the DM have to come up with a story about how that skill fits a scenario, which is hilarious to imagine. Chris trying to figure out how animal handling or acrobatics would work, but personally, I'm going to use insight.
Insights. Okay. Okay.
To which I get a 9.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay. Well, see, with a 9, there's some travelers coming. It's like you guys are actually pretty close to the path right now. You've been traveling multiple nights, and on this night in particular, you're getting close back to the beaten path, the north path now. Okay, so you've been going diagonal to avoid the forest. And there's some travelers actually. And as you guys are all sleepy on the night, you, my dear friend Gary, see that these travelers are incredibly anxious. They are going ridiculously fast. Going north. It's almost as if they are escaping some known enemy. They come and they go. It's like, oh my goodness. It's something coming.
So, acknowledging the fact that I'm going to have to wake them up, my team members, and also acknowledging them, like, with wisdom that there's probably an enemy that would light up the sword, I'm just going to go over to Gary and just open the sword in front of his eyes to wake him up. Well, it's just going to be glowing.
No, it's not.
No. Okay, fine.
It's
I
not
see it's not glowing. I close it really quick and I slap him anyways. Just wake up. Time to go.
oh, why? Why are we going? I'll show you piece
These goddamn guys running over there. I think we better follow suit.
I'll say no more. I want to go smash some things.
Help me wake up the other ones. Except for the Hobbit, he can sleep in the back still.
Y'all will let the Hobbit sleep, but not me.
No, you don't need to sleep. You're an elf.
No, I'm not.
No, that is a
Oh, I guess
human.
you're not an elf. You are a human. That's right.
I
You do
guess
look
the
fairly
Iceland
elf-like.
dwarves, all humans are elves as well.
I keep thinking you're an elf for some reason.
What do all humans and elves look the same?
Yeah, I'm race blind.
If you're not a dwarf, you're an elf.
Well said. Now we best be going.
So what are you doing with me?
Waking you up.
Poke you on the
wanna-
nose.
you want like a reason. So I know that you're not as hardy as like your average dwarf. So instead of slapping you, I just take you by the shoulders. Wake up!
What? No, we did this last night. I
It's
can't.
time to go.
I can't.
You slept just this morning. Let's go.
Oh wait, yeah. Has it been a full day?
It's been a week.
Oh, it's been a
Oh,
week.
never mind.
Oh, okay. We're fine. Yeah, I wake up normally.
Let's go.
Okay, well, that was much less brutal than I was thinking it was going to be. I was thinking you were going to have us like run through like 3 consecutive days of things where we had to wake up during the night and then we would just be completely exhausted when we finally had to fight.
So we quickly pack up camp and get on our way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
it
really
is
clever.
right. It is a clear day. You're getting back on the beaten path. You barely had a wink of sleep already. And there is absolutely nothing as far as the eye can see. As you just waste your sleep, your precious sleep. And you traveled, and after like say maybe 4 hours of traveling, nothing.
Nothing. Starts dancing.
Okay.
I mean, it's absolutely peaceful.
Oh,
Can
hit
I
my
do
leg.
some kind of like check to like wonder?
Someone else has to
Paranoia.
do the check.
Okay.
Check to wonder? What would that be?
Just paranoia.
Yeah, it's like wonder why in the world are we going?
Can I do an Arcana check to know what's happening?
Okay,
No.
do an Arcana check.
That was a joke, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay.
6.
Oh no.
6. Okay, you open up the blades and you look at it, it's not even glowing, it's like, magic. There must be
Magic.
some other type of enemy that's chasing after us, like a dragon.
Uh-oh. I remember
This
and
is
it's
real
hungry.
magic.
It's not a fell creature, so it must be something else.
Yeah. Just that's some proper logic there.
Yeah, pay no attention to the fact that all the animals are looking at you strangely.
Why they,
So
why are
after
they,
wasting
I almost said aliens.
I mean,
Why are they
I
looking
will
at us
let the ranger
strangely?
do it. Does the ranger want to do a check? Or just waste the whole day running?
We're still good on supplies, right?
You are indeed decent on supplies.
All right. You know, I'm actually going to okay, I'm gonna roll stealth. I'm gonna hide. And I'm gonna like wait for 30 minutes. I got a 16 on my stealth check, and I'm gonna see if I can. And no, wait, we're on planes. How would I hide on planes?
You'd hide in the grass.
Yeah.
All
There-
grass.
There's got to be like something with tall grass like somewhere, maybe like.
Oh, there's definitely tall grass. You could dive into it.
Yeah, and there's like I know there's like it's too much to ask for like a big hill or something. Well, wait, you said
It's
the
hilly.
terrain was
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
for wagon traveling, right?
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
bad, which means there is hills, but there's barely a tree. There's like a tree
Right.
here and there.
Right. Don't need a tree. Just need hills and tall grass. So I'm going to like wait for 30 minutes. Like I'm gonna hide with a check of 16, and I'm gonna wait for like 30 minutes behind the group to see if I can find anything.
And what you beheld was an absolutely beautiful day where there's absolutely nothing out there except for maybe the occasional deer and the boar and the occasional bird chirping, just so amazingly happy in the air. There's nothing. It's like, why in the world are you guys running? There's nothing here.
Why are
Right,
we running?
fantastic.
Dwarves
Get
are
it,
bad
get it,
at running. We're naturally born sprinters. Very dangerous across short distances.
Why don't
Well,
we
looks like I got it.
2%?
Oh, looks like I got us into a bit of a mess.
I'm just imagining like a really like one of those images. Like you've seen the images where it's the cop from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, right? Just like Find that word!
Well, after this, you came to the conclusion that there's nothing chasing after you. There's really no reason for you to run.
Okay, cool.
It was almost as if that guy who was running earlier, maybe Gary can presume this, was maybe just in a hurry to get somewhere. Not to run away from something, but to run towards something. Or
It appears I
travel.
might have done an oopsie.
Well, don't do that. That's for losers.
Wow.
Taking it back.
Well, you're back on the beaten path, and eventually you have to turn off the path and go through the plains once again. You're only on the beaten path heading north for like a very, very short amount of time. And for maybe 2 more weeks, it will take you just to get to where Radagast's place is. And just to cut on time, I would ask all of you to just do one more check, and you can just decide whatever check you want it to be. It can be perception if you so choose to, but one more check before you finally arrive at Radagast's place. While you're traveling this time.
I'm going to do a medicine check.
I was just gonna say medicine. I'm gonna do an athletics check.
Ah, athletics check. Okay.
Athletics check. Actually, hold on. Gary, one of you. I don't care which one. I want to put that dwarves are natural born sprinters thing to the test. I'm gonna race one of you, or both of you. With that, so that's an athletics check between all three.
On my best skill, I got a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Right, well, I'm rolling. I'm rolling athletics.
Athletics. Here we go. 20. Nope. 19. I learned how to count. 19.
I got an unnatural 20.
Oh my
Unnatural
goodness.
20. And as it seems, all three of you are definitely natural born sprinters, and you're capable of not even needing the horse nor the pony. Although one of you in particular is very capable, as he literally goes off into the field and like wrestles a boar, wrings the neck of the boar, and then brings back to the group of you, carrying on the shoulder a boar.
Oh, it's okay, guys. I got dinner for later.
Wait, is it still alive? Did he kill
No,
it?
hang on a second. Oh, wait, it's twitching. No, it's not.
Okay, it's dead now.
It's because I got my axe embedded in its nervous system.
And you can just hear from the wagon, very quietly, under his breath, freaks.
What?
So someone whispered the word freaks in the wagon.
What?
Just
I'm
stand
no
proud,
fake.
boys.
I'm no fake. You say that to my face.
Smile and wave, man. Smile and wave.
Smile and wave.
Okay.
That weird hobbit sleeps very loudly.
So yeah, apparently the Lord did prove to you that he is actually pretty good at athletics. Really good at athletics. Strangely good at athletics.
It's what I was born for.
Always wanted to prepare for one of them. I'm trying to come up with a Lord of the Rings version of the Olympics.
And with that,
The Mount Doom run.
and with that, you guys arrive at Radagast's place. And you know you're at Radagast's place because you can see the fence and the big giant sign that says Radagast's place. And on the other side of the fence, you see this house that I have shared before you. Although you don't see Radagast there. You can see Radagast on the picture. He's not there. It's like there's like an after image of him, but he like suddenly disappears. You know that this is Radagast's place. But there is one thing that seems really odd. And that one thing that seems really odd is a sense of loneliness. If you look close enough, which you would as you get closer to the house, you can see cobwebs and dust.
Reminds me of my childhood home.
What happened
This
at
is
your
not-
childhood home?
This is not right. Radagast would not have left. Not for this long. Not like this. Something is amiss.
Agreed.
Oh, why would he leave?
Well, who's going in first?
That's
You do see some animals perusing about.
So I asked the animals.
only if you have telepathy, which I doubt you have.
I might.
Do
Perhaps
animal
if they're-
handling checks just to try to converse.
Okay. I can see our ranger friend probably like looking to see if he has a particular spell.
Yeah.
Apparently, I have
doesn't
the.
Look like it.
But yeah. Gary, go ahead and do your animal handling check.
Me, okay.
Which one of us should do it?
The one who's actually wanted to.
Yeah. Ooh, 24.
Oh, nice.
T4.
I couldn't have done that
Okay.
if I tried.
It's like most of the animals are avoiding you, but there's like one animal in particular that just comes straight up to you. Let me actually change this so that way it's on current slides. One animal does come up to you, and it's like it's like very friendly, a very friendly squirrel.
Squeakerton. Squeak.
That's gotta be one of the funnier images you've ever shown me, Chris.
You're welcome. And it's like he's like frantic, but you come up to him and you're very approachable for a dwarf. And it's like he looks at you. It's like as you start talking, it's like you could kind of see like an eyebrow raise on the squirrel as you start talking. What do you say to the squirrel?
So, sorry, I'm trying to get the Kronk reference out of my head. I've never talked to a squirrel before. Oh.
It's always
Actually,
the
that's
first
exactly
time.
what I'll say. I've never talked to a squirrel before. That's exactly what I'll say.
Gonna lean over to dumb Gary and be like, I think he's lost it.
You might have even lost it more than I did when I got hit over the head in the battle of what's this place? He trails off trying to remember the name of it.
No, I think you mean a couple weeks back when you took the wrong way around when we were in that ruins with the dragon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Smart Gary, I want you to do an insight check.
Insight check. Okay. I gotta figure out when there it is.
A random hand just shows up on your screen.
Yeah. We have an insight check of 19.
19. You see a subtle nod from the squirrel. It's quite obvious that the squirrel is communicating with you, and it's very obvious the squirrel understands you have never talked to a squirrel before.
Well, squirrel, mister, sir, lady, I don't really know. Squirrel, might you be able to direct us to a brown wizard?
Nods again. As he turns around, scurries into the forest, but stops, turns around, stands up on his hind legs, and is waiting as it's looking at you.
Well, I suppose this is where we part ways. I have to inform the king that Radagast appears to have gone missing as well. This is a disturbing development.
Make sure to tell him about the squirrel.
I'm pretty sure I thought the king would have known about Radagast's penchant for talking to animals, but I suppose I'll have to tell him.
It's an important squirrel. Best be seeing you. We ought to stop on this squirrel, Gary and
Yes.
Ranger.
Goodbye, Mr. Foxman. It was nice knowing you.
3 months.
Bye.
Human Ranger, elvish looking thing. Let's go. And I'm
All right, short dwarf.
With
name's
that,
Gary Jefferson. I thought you'd remember that by now. You've heard it twice as often.
I him on the head.
With that, Fostil leaves and takes Finnick with him.
Bye.
Boy.
Bye. Have
Well,
fun storming the castle.
I think it'll work.
As you travel with the squirrel, I need you all to do a wisdom saving throw for me.
Okay.
A wisdom saving throw.
Hey, I'm bad at those. No, I'm not.
6.
18.
I put all my luck in the last 2 rolls.
What did you get, Gary? Smart Gary?
I got a 6.
Ooh.
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 Did I need to roll?
Yes.
Yes.
Wisdom save.
What am I? Sorry, I
Wisdom
missed that.
saving
Something.
throw. Wisdom saving throw.
16.
Okay. You both, except for Smart Gary, as you're following the squirrel, can feel like a little bit of tingle behind your skull, but nothing really happens to you as you're following this path led by the squirrel. But you suddenly see your friend before you, he steps 1 foot into the grass on the left side, and all of a sudden he looks a little bit lost.
I was just so entranced by the squirrel, I just don't even pay attention to.
He takes 1 step, into the grass. The squirrel stops, looks behind at you guys, and waits to see what you guys do.
I'm gonna look behind us. Are we still on the path? Or was there a path?
There was a path.
There was.
Yes, there was, and you're still on the path.
Okay, good. Right. Does the path continue in front of us?
It does.
Okay. Well, wait. So the squirrel was guiding us, but it seems confused now.
No. Smart Gary seems confused.
Smart Gary, why are you confused?
Smart Gary, you feel lost. Where is everyone? What do you do?
Oh, what was that sound? Is there someone back there? Where am I? I'm just
He
gonna
takes
take a
another step.
direction.
Now he's completely off the path.
Wait, hey, Smart Gary, come back. I'm gonna like go grab. Gary, other Gary, help me get him back on the path.
What's happening?
I don't know. I think I'm going to assume that we were warned about staying on the path by the elves at Lorien.
No.
No.
The one person who would have given you the warning left your party.
Oh. Okay.
That's a bummer.
Well, I'm still
Yeah.
gonna try and get him back on the path because, like, he obviously he's stepping off the path. We don't want him to do that, but yeah, we're just gonna pull him back onto the path. Strength check, I'm guessing. Ooh, that's not too good. 16. Wow. Okay.
Oh, it's good enough. You drag it back on the path, and it's almost as if cold water has splashed on your face, Smart Gary. As lo and behold, you're on the path, and you see your friends right next to you.
What happened there? Oh. I don't.
You tell me. You tell us.
Well, last thing I could remember, I couldn't remember what I could remember. So, I don't think you're getting much of a story out of me.
Here, I thought he was the smart one. I whisper to no one in particular.
I just keep silent as I
this
don't know what's going on.
Now, this path is not wide enough for the horse and the carriage, so
Okay.
your hobbit friend is now behind you, carrying a big bag full of equipment, and guys can like carry as much equipment as you like.
Okay.
I like to imagine.
Felden is going
wait a
to
second.
look.
Oh, wait a second. No, I take it back. Take it back. It is wide enough. I forgot. We added the carriage and the horse to the battle map, so it is wide enough.
Okay. Well, Felden is going to look suspiciously like off the path, right? Can Felden see the squirrel?
The squirrel is on the path.
Oh, the squirrel is on the path.
Yes.
Okay.
The squirrel is waiting for you guys to approach it.
But does it still look lost?
No, it never did.
I was lost.
Oh, you were lost.
Yeah, I was a
thought
little
the
confused
squirrel
about
had
that too.
stepped off.
Okay.
I thought the squirrel had stepped off the path. Okay.
Pulled
Out
the
of
squirrel
character
back off the
moment.
path.
Out of character.
Felden wants to test something real quick. So he's going to grab some rope. He's going to tie it around his waist. He's going to give it to the Garys, and he's going to tell them, the two of you hold this, and pull me back if it seems like I'm going to start wandering off for some reason. You got that, both of you?
All right.
So I hold the
Okay.
rope.
So Felden is going to step off the path first with one foot.
Wisdom saving throw.
I like to imagine before he even tried to
18.
step off the path, just
18. You seems perfectly normal. You can see your friends behind you.
Okay. Then the other foot.
As you take the other foot off the beaten path, it's like still perfectly fine. You can see your friends behind you. You can see before you. It's like it's very interesting because it seems like animals have gone off the beaten path, and you can see like a path before you actually. What seems to be a branch and a squirrel in front of you waiting on this new path. You can see your friends behind you, yes, and
Okay.
it's just weird because what happened to the old path? The old path is gone. There's
But
a
they're
new
still
path in
standing
front
in
of
the
you.
same place
No, they're standing next to you.
on the new path,
No, on the old path.
but that I can't see.
Oh no, you can see it now.
Oh, wait. So I like I like couldn't see it, but then I could.
I'm gaslighting you.
Oh,
I do feel gaslit.
okay.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is
Oh,
the original path.
is this the way I remember the original path going?
It seems quite different, but for some odd reason it feels the same, but something doesn't feel right.
Because I know I stepped off the path.
Yes, you did.
All right. Felden is going to take both steps back.
And as soon as you do that, the path before you disappears as the old path reappears. And yet your mind tells you that the old path is the new path. It's strange. Your mind is trying to work in. It's slightly
What?
confusing.
What just? Okay. New rule: we do not leave this path because apparently weird magic stuff happens if we step off of it. Have we stepped off of it?
What? I've been on the path the whole time.
In both incidents, if you stepping off the path and stepping back on the path, there was a squirrel in front of you on the path.
Weird mind games going on right now.
So, while we're trying to get the rope off of
No,
Brain.
don't get it off. Don't take it off. Don't take it off. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go. Don't let go.
This entire time, both Garys have been on the correct path. They've never moved off the path.
Wait. Okay.
Even when he had the weird experience.
We are on the correct path. So
Just weird voodoo magic happening to the mind
Yeah.
of the ranger.
Yep. Okay. We are proceeding down this path. Do not let go of that rope.
As you
Uh,
follow
I-
the squirrel.
Gary with the sword. Make sure there's nothing near us.
You can see a faint glow. And as you go down the path, it gets brighter and brighter, but not very quickly. The squirrel is leading you towards whatever is causing the glow.
Okay. I'm going to take out my my bow. Right? Have an arrow notched.
Don't
And,
shoot the squirrel!
I'm not going to shoot the squirrel. And be quiet, your blade is glowing. And we have to stay on this path because, well, what's like a swear but not really? In Lord of the Rings.
Weird nonsense happens.
There's no way
know.
in heck I am stepping off this
Okay.
path.
We'll go the Mormon route then.
Okay, we're gonna follow the squirrel.
If the squirrel could do human things, you can like kind of see a finger
Okay.
on its lip
All right. Everybody, quiet down.
as he's like nudging his head up.
I look up.
You see the beginnings of spider webs. As you traverse down the
Hey, little
beaten
squirrel.
path.
Little squirrel. Are you trying to kill us? Okay.
Okay,
I
I
believe it.
believe you.
Just gonna believe him.
As you observe, you see its like eyes are like really big. It's like jittering a little bit. It's like looking like everywhere. It's absolutely terrified, and yet it's still leading you. This is the
Don't-
bravest squirrel you have ever seen.
Don't you know don't you know squirrels capable of talking to you are often considered very trustworthy? It's proven right here.
The sample size of one.
As you travel, the spider webs become thicker and thicker and thicker, and all of a sudden you notice that the whole woods is covered in spider webs.
All right, I'm going to
As you
switch out
traverse the path.
my. I'm going to switch out my longbow for my double swords. Because I don't think a bow is gonna be very useful when the air is full of webs.
I think I'm also going to probably switch to my hand axes instead of my great axe.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep towards the blade of light practically. That'll be my preference here.
Okay. As you travel, the path is pretty clear of spiderwebs itself. It's just a wooded area on either side and above that's covered in spiderwebs. And you get to a point where the path curves like a sharp right turn, where right in front of you is like a wall. You are about to enter a ruinous area. It does a sharp right turn, and then another sharp right turn into the ruinous area.
Okay.
Click to presentation.
I forgot to include the extra slide.
Breaking the fourth wall.
We're gonna keep following the squirrel. The squirrel seems to know what it's doing. Seems to know where Radagast is.
Before that sharp turn
Squirrel is right
into the ruins, the squirrel stops, and he looks at you.
Oh boy.
All I got was a squirrel looks at me.
No,
I'm looking at
it's like wanting us to go in. Okay. Here's the deal. You little marsupial. We're gonna go in there. You are going to go get on one of the dwarves' shoulders, okay? Because if we go in there and we all die, you're going to die too.
So, where the squirrel is, he's like at the opening of the ruins. Imagine you have that wall that is on your right-hand side,
Right?
and as soon as you make that right turn, that's when you enter into the ruins. The squirrel is like almost at the opening. He's like shoving his head towards the ruins to let you guys like
Okay.
here.
All right.
He nods as he like scurries up and gets onto the shoulders of
Okay.
Me.
Dumb Gary.
Let's do this. Okay. I am going to roll a stealth roll.
Stealth roll.
13.
13. As you
And I enter very
look-
carefully. Swords
well,
ready.
as soon as you turn the corner, what you see before you is it's like a multi-layer ruinous innards of a building. A lot of big spiders. Not like a whole bunch of like a swarm, but it's like big spider there, big spider there, big spider there. When I mean big, I mean big. It is the size of a horse. These spiders, like big, 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 big. Okay, and that's as soon as you look in, it's like, oh.
And I'll look back at the squirrel and like shoot him a dirty look.
And it's like
It's too bad. Oh,
the squirrel like does like a little like nudge in his face, and it's like,
Okay. I'm gonna look back in. I'm gonna try and roll perception
full perception.
to see, can I spot. Okay, so I know that these are spiders. I have reason to believe that the squirrel knows where Radagast is, and the squirrel has led us here. So I'm gonna look for like anything that's wrapped in whips, like in a cocoon or something.
Roll for perception.
Six.
You look around the corner, everything is covered in spider webs. You can hear a whispery noise. Would you like to re-roll insight instead now? Or would someone else like to roll perception check?
I can definitely do perception, but I
Yeah.
don't feel favorable about my rolling chance.
Yeah, I'm not sure that
Okay.
it's the right thing for me.
Probably be better than a 6.
Probably.
Hold on, everything's lagging out, so I have no idea who said what.
It will probably, if you were to roll, be better than a 6.
It
Watch
would.
he rolls on that one.
It would, even if that was a thing, it would still be more than 6. So it turns out to be, and I'm doing the math now in my head, 14.
14's good enough. As you turn to the corner, you can see that your ranger friend's a little bit distracted by all the spiders. But you, gray dwarf, can see past the spiders. Yeah, they're a little bit icky, but there's one spider in particular that just caught your attention. Much bigger one. Massive spider on the first floor, up against the wall, and right next to that big spider, you see Radagast. He's wrapped up in a cocoon. And he's like plastered up against the wall. And you can hear what seems to be communication between both of them. The big giant spider and Radagast.
It's too bad that Sigmund is a little bit too far behind from us. I just have a feeling.
Sigmund's literally right behind you.
It's too bad he's not right in front of me battling this spider, because something gives me the inclination that hobbits might be good against that. Against spiders.
Your sword is glowing. If you were to look, you do have a sheath. Just so you know, you do have a sheath.
Mhm.
But the sword is glowing. It's like, it's obvious. These are the things that was causing it to glow. Do you point to everyone else?
I'm gonna turn around and let them know what I've
Okay.
seen.
In which case, I need everyone to then roll an insight check to see if you want. Would that be an insight check?
Please.
No. What's your passive insight?
From everyone?
Yeah.
12.
What's my what?
You know what? Actually, just roll
Oh.
insight.
Okay.
Your insight
I-
seems to be a little bit on the low end, so if you roll, you might get higher or lower.
16.
Oh, my passive insight.
14.
16, 14, and
Doing my brain math. 20.
Wow. Okay. You in particular, smart, Gary, can hear the whole conversation perfectly. The other two, mostly perfect, but there's a lot of mechanical noises that is like happening that is causing the distortion from the spider. But you can hear like a feminine voice coming out of the giant spider. Sweet Serenicus, please continue to give me your sweet words. Please compliment me even more. And you can hear Radagast like, oh, no more. Sinithra, you're so beautiful. Your abdomen is absolutely massive, and every spider bows down to you. What more? It's like, your words are so amazing. No other spider has a tongue like you. Can you finally woo some of your friends to come and feed us? It's like, no, my sweet queen of the spiders of this region. I'd rather not. I'm friends of everyone here. My friend as well. Oh, I am definitely your friend. Please, can you please let me go? It's like, oh, no, I can't let you go. Your words are so amazing. Please give me my compliments.
Okay.
Oh.
And we end the session there.
With the clearly disturbed, like just disturbed faces on us, our characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
That
me in
does sound
particular
like-
because I can actually hear it.
It does actually
Sorry
sound
about
like
it.
something that would happen.
In case
They just
you know
lean
what?
over. What are you?
I want all of you to do a history check for me.
Oh, okay.
We'll end it with a history check.
Oh, -2. Wonderful. I got a nat 20! Oh my goodness!
I got an 11.
11.
Okay, well, the only person which would have been Dumb Gary, for some odd, bizarre reason, he understands the name Sinithra. He caught on to the word Sinithra because again, it was the lady spider, the giant lady spider that you had difficulty hearing. But Radagast, he wasn't whispering. Okay, he was being a little bit more vocal, and with Smart Gary, because you had such a high insight, you realized that Radagast was looking straight at you when he said the word Sinithra, which grabbed the attention of Dumb Gary. He knows who Sinithra is. Sinithra is a particular spider's daughter. Sheilob's daughter.
Oh.
Ooh.
And
Wow.
Sinithra is queen of the spiders in the Mirkwood forest.
Mirkwood Forest?
This is actually true lore. Sinithra
Mhm.
is the queen of the spiders in the Mirkwood forest, and she is daughter of Shelob.
Wow.
Now, there's speculation that Sinithra might be the daughter between Shelob and Sauron. But that's speculative.
Uh, the whole squirrel part was really funny to me.
Sorry about my character having to bounce like that, but
Yeah,
There
you
was-
bounced at the worst opportunity. It's like the whole point of you staying with us was to be the one person saying, stay on the beaten path.
sorry about that.
It's alright.
Unfortunately, I guess you can say Fostil forgot about that warning.
Mm-hmm. Well, see,
Forgot
Foster
about
would have
that.
been the only one who would have been aware that something was quite wrong with the beaten path.
Mm.
Well, thanks, Chris.
Squeaky, squeaking.
Squeaky, squeaking.